Don't come for us in the comments, y'all. Don't come
Right, and
for
it's not like way down here.
Yeah,
way up here.
it's very
still
close.
Close.
Shalom, YouTube family. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the family.
In today's video, we will be comparing Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, and Nairobi, Kenya, and letting you guys know which one we like best.
Also on this channel, we're going to be traveling throughout the continent to show you the real Africa.
If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's go. The first thing we're going to discuss is which one's more expensive, Dar or Nairobi.
Yep.
So to give you guys a little bit of perspective, $1 US is about 2,300 Tanzanian shillings.
Yeah.
And it's about 130 Kenyan shillings. So that's a huge difference. Okay. So when we're talking food, like if you go to the grocery store, like a grocery store, not like a side of the road thing. In the grocery store, both grocery stores are going to be more expensive because they have a lot of imported items. But the grocery store in Kenya is definitely more expensive than Tanzania. Okay, getting like fruits and vegetables, things like that, you can get them pretty dirt cheap in Tanzania, and they're gonna be higher, closer to American prices in some cases in Kenya. There's also more imported fruits and vegetables, which is why it seems like there's a lot more variety of fruits and vegetables since we've been out here. As for like ordering food, you could get prepared food in Tanzania. Like we could both eat for like $10, a good amount of food, like a lot of food. Even some places, like if y'all seen our previous video, we talked about the hospital food. We were eating 2 full meals, like huge plates of food for like probably like $5-6 USD. Yeah. So you can get a lot more here for both of us to eat, and the portions depend on the place, but it's going to be closer to $20. So it's going to be twice as much, if not more. As for rides, we've used 2 different apps. We've used Bolt and we've used Uber. In Nairobi, to go about 5 minutes up the road, typically has costed us about 200 Kenyan shillings, which is about $1.50 in USD. In Dar, to go that same distance has cost us about 1,500 Tanzanian shillings, which is less than $1. So in that instance, I would say that Nairobi is more expensive than Dar to travel around if you don't have a vehicle.
Overall, I think it's safe to say that Nairobi is a little bit more expensive than Dar es Salaam. So we got to give this one to Dar, y'all. The next thing we're going to talk about is scenery. Now, the scenery in Nairobi is very beautiful. I mean, there's luscious green trees, vibrant colors, and it's an amazing spectacle to look at. Now, let's talk about Dar es Salaam scenery. Now, when we went there, we noticed that it was a lot of beautiful beaches and a lot of greenery also, but I don't think it was as much as Nairobi. Another thing would be the roads. Now, this is a huge difference. I feel like the roads in Kenya are a lot more developed than they are in Dar es Salaam. In Dar es Salaam, there are more dirt roads once you go off the main roads, like going to neighborhoods and other places like that. In Kenya, we still haven't seen any dirt roads yet, but we haven't been into as many places as we have in Dar es Salaam. As for the city in Nairobi, you can tell immediately it's a lot more modern than it is in Dar es Salaam. There's skyscrapers, there's new construction everywhere. It looks like any city that you will see on the west. In Dar es Salaam, you can see they're still kind of behind when it comes to modernizing the city, but they still have some nice places you can go to, and it's very beautiful still. So overall, I would have to give it to Nairobi as far as scenery is concerned. It's just a lot more modern and up to date. So that's 1 for Nairobi.
The next thing we're going to talk about is the food, and I'll start with local food. So obviously we stayed in Tanzania for over a year, and we've only been in Kenya for about a week and a half. Yeah. So we definitely had a wider range of, dishes in Tanzania. Yeah. And we did have a really good meal at a good restaurant in Nairobi, but I would say that I liked the local food in Dar es Salaam better. But like I said, we had more of it. We had more opportunity to have more things. Yeah. So Tanzania is winning, but that could change. We'll see. As for international food, Kenya is definitely winning like 1,000%. And the reason why I say that is because things taste how they're supposed to taste. If you get Italian food, it tastes like Italian food. Yeah. If you get Indian food, it tastes like Indian food.
Yeah.
I feel like in Tanzania, they had those options, but they didn't really try to make it taste like what it's supposed to taste like. Like if I got Alfredo pasta when we were at Cape Town Fish Market, and it tasted good, but it didn't taste like Alfredo, like at all.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like I feel like in Kenya, they make it taste like what it's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
So if anyone in Kenya, anyone in Nairobi has any restaurants where we can get local food that is like good food that we can try and maybe change our mind, and Kenya can be winning and Tanzania can be losing, I don't know. Let us know. Leave it in the comments. And also if there's any good local Kenyan snacks that we can get somewhere around in Nairobi, let us know, because we would like to get snacky. Y'all know we like to eat, we like to do food videos and stuff. So let us know, leave it in the comments. Another thing that we noticed is there's a lot more local markets in Tanzania. Like you can just walk outside and there's stalls where they're selling, you know, kind of some grocery store stuff, but also like mostly fruits and vegetables. But you can buy jugs of water and all kinds of stuff. And those are kind of just like all up and down the street everywhere in Dar es Salaam. In Nairobi, there was like one street that we passed that was like that. But other than that, most of where we went, we haven't seen really any of that. Also in the grocery stores, since we've been in Nairobi, we've noticed that especially when it comes to like meat and fish, there's a wider selection and it's more Western the way they do things. Like we've seen more like steaks and stuff in Nairobi, which we didn't really see in Dar es Salaam. And I think it's too, like at the butchers in Dar es Salaam, they kind of just cut through the meat. Like if you've ever, like bought meat from like an Indian store or something, the way they do it, they kind of just cut through the bone. So it's just chunks any kind of way. You can't really tell what part it is. But like at American stores, if they cut a chicken, they cut the leg, the thigh, the breast. Like it's those specific pieces. It's more like that in Nairobi. So for this one, I would say it's a tie. We definitely like the local food in Dar better, but we definitely like the international food better in Nairobi. So for now, we're gonna say it's a tie.
Now let's get into entertainment. Since being in Nairobi, we've done many different activities. We went to the mall and did 3 different things. We did bowling, we played virtual reality, and we did mini golf. All of that stuff was in the mall and was right there. We didn't have to go anywhere else to do all these activities. In Dar, we heard of things like water parks. They obviously have the beach there, but we haven't seen too many different things and activities that you can do. And if you do some of those things, they're not just right here, all in the same area where you can do it like it is in Nairobi. So I would say in that case, Nairobi is a little bit better when it comes to the entertainment side of things. So we're gonna have to give a point to Nairobi when it comes to entertainment.
The last thing we're gonna get into is the weather. So in Dar es Salaam, it is hot. It's real hot. But there is a breeze. The breeze is cool, but depending on where you live, it could be significantly less breezy than other places. So we lived in a place where you could open the window and it was cool and it was fine. And we also lived in a place where you'd open the window and it was hot and you need air conditioning.
The AC better not go off.
The AC better not go off, especially when I was pregnant. Like I was already just 1,000 degrees hotter than normal. So we were running that air conditioner. It was not a game. It was making the electricity very expensive. Okay. So in Nairobi, it is significantly cooler. Okay. The sun is still shining. The sun is giving off some serious heat, but the wind is so cool. Like you really, like the place that we're staying now does not have air conditioning.
Don't need it.
And you really don't miss it. So I would say for weather, that has to be another one for Nairobi. Just because I don't really like being hot like that.
Also, it's a little more humid because, you know, in Dar es Salaam, because the beach and things like that.
So obviously we were in Dar es Salaam through multiple different seasons. And we have only been visiting Nairobi for like a week and a half. So I'm sure at different times of the year, the weather is different. Also, it was like raining the other day, and one driver that we had, he was like, oh, it hasn't rained in a long time. So obviously this weather could be different because of that. We don't know, but for all intents and purposes, what we saying right now, you know, we like it better.
So overall, we have to say we do kind of like Nairobi a little bit more since we've been here. But like I said, we haven't been here nearly as long.
Right.
So don't come for us in the comments, y'all. Don't come
Right, and
for us.
it's not like we down here.
Yeah, it's very close.
Close because
Very close.
we really did
Yeah.
love it in Dar. So we can't be like, oh, Nairobi is a million times better.
Yeah.
We like them both. We could chill in either one for
But-
any given amount of time.
But I feel like Nairobi is just a little bit more suitable for our lifestyle.
Right.
So with that being said, family, we thank you so much for watching all the way through. And if you enjoyed this content, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. And as always, family, shalom.
Shalom.